We are sailing in the Ligurian Sea in the Mediterranean and approaching Genoa port in the second day of our cruise. Liguria is a coastal region in northwest Italy, having major port cities such as Genoa, Savona, La Spezia, and Imperia. As we approach the port in the early morning hours, we are greeted by the city lights shimmering on the water, the hum of the port, the spectacle of ships coming and going, and the energetic atmosphere of the waterfront area. Genoa is perched on the slopes of the Apennine Mountains, and the city lights seem to spill down from the hills down to the sea. The Lanterna, Genoa's iconic lighthouse dating from 12th century, is visible from the sea, flashing the light as a welcome beacon. The harbor is bustling with cargo ships, ferries, and cruise ships. The maritime energy is palpable and infectious. Genoa is a powerful and wealthy maritime republic with an ancient history. It was originally occupied by Ligures, an ancient Italian tribe, and became an important trading post for Greeks and Etruscans in the 5th century BC. The Romans later occupied Genoa when it thrived as a trade and military outpost. In the Middle Ages, it rose to prominence as a maritime power, rivaling Venice and Pisa. In 1099, Genoa became a republic governed by city's powerful noble merchant families called doges. In early 18th century, Napoleon Bonaparte annexed Genoa to the French Empire. Following unification of Italy, Genoa became a part of the Kingdom of Italy. In spite of the bombings and travails of two world wars, the city has emerged as Italy's busiest port and cultural center. Genoa is a very ancient city with narrow streets called carrocci and tall houses with facades painted in warm toned colors. Blue jeans are said to have originated in Genoa, where the tough fabric was used by Genoese sailors as workwear and to cover cargo in the ships. The flag of St. George, a red cross on a white background, dating from the Crusades, is widely used as a symbol of Genoa since the Middle Ages. Driving through the old city, we pass by the Porto Antico or the Old Port, a lively area with restaurants, shops, and museums. The Galato Museo del Mare is nearby, a maritime museum with reconstructed old sailing ships, a moved submarine, and other artifacts. The galleon Neptune, replica of a 17th century sailing vessel, is moved next to the Maritime Museum. A Genoese sailor named Christopher Columbus, full of native ideas of commerce and supported by funds from local merchants, set sail for India and landed up discovering America. A monument to Christopher Columbus, a grand marble statue depicted with one hand on anchor, stands on a large pedestal near the city's main train station. The Genoa Aquarium is one of the largest in Europe and houses a variety of marine life. We then come to the Piazza dei Ferrari, the city's main square, known for its impressive fountain and surrounding historical buildings. It is a bustling hub in the city center, located between historic and modern parts of Genoa. Piazza dei Ferrari is surrounded by historic buildings such as Palazzo della Borsa, once the Genoa Stock Exchange, Palazzo Ducale, once the palace of the Genovan Doges, Teatro Carlo Felici, Genoa's main opera house, and Palazzo della Regione Liguria, now hosting government offices. Within walking distance is the reconstructed house of Christopher Columbus, believed to be the birthplace of the famous explorer, now housing a museum. The Cathedral di San Lorenzo or Genoa Cathedral is an impressive Gothic Romanesque cathedral featuring black and white striped marble, ornate interiors, and stunning frescoes. The Treasury Museum inside holds religious artifacts, including the Holy Chalice. The street Via Garibaldi, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is famous for its grand Renaissance palaces, including Palazzo Rosso, Palazzo Bianco, and Palazzo Doria Tursi. Palazzo Andrea Doria is a palace donated by Republic of Genoa to Andrea Doria, a Genoese hero who led the liberation of city from the French. Piazza Corvetto features a bronze equestrian statue of Vittorio Emanuele II, the first king of unified Italy. Museum of Immigration is another attraction nearby. From the center of the city, we headed to Boccadazzi, a former fisherman's village featuring pastel colored houses with green shutters. It has a small pebbled beach and harbor lined with ice cream shops and relaxed bars and trattorias serving seafood and other Genoese specialities. The Church of Saint Anthony of Boccadese is nearby, offering views of the sea and the village. The church is dedicated to Saint Anthony, the patron saint of fishermen. The last stop on our itinerary was Spianata di Castellato, the hilltop terrace where a fort once stood. From here, you can see Genoa's medieval rooftops, bell towers, palaces, colorful buildings, harbor, all framed by the mountains and coastline. The terrace is a popular spot for locals and visitors to relax, take photos, or enjoy a coffee. On our way back, we passed near some beautiful villas and buildings along the beach front. One leaves Genoa marveling at the rise of a medieval city based on maritime trade into a powerful center of commerce, finance, art, architecture, and culture.